Alan Ritchson is Jack Reacher in new Amazon Prime TV show. Amazon has cast Titan star Alan Ritchson in the lead role of their upcoming Jack Reacher TV show series. The role was previously played by Tom Cruise on the big screen. The series is based on author Lee Child's best-selling novels of the same name. Back when the show was originally announced, Child asked fans of the franchise to participate in choosing the right actor for the TV series. Ritchson should satisfy both the author and fans of the series due to his physical likeness to the character from the source material. The Jack Reacher character is described as being 6'5" tall and around 210 to 250 pounds. Alan Ritchson is 6'4" and certainly looks like he is ready to play the lead role in Amazon's Jack Reacher series. Lee Child's Jack Reacher book series is a global phenomenon with one of entertainment's most well-known heroes and a perfect fit for Amazon Studios' slate of bold, character-driven series, Amazon Studios boss Jennifer Salk said back in January. As for when production will be able to start, that is another question. Alan Ritchson currently stars as Hawk, aka Hank Hall, on DC's Titans. It is believed that the actor will star in Jack Reacher while also continuing on the comic book TV series. The Amazon Prime series is written, executive produced, and showrun by Nick Santora, and is based on the first Jack Reacher novel, The Killing Floor. Lee Child is also an executive producer on the Jack Reacher series, along with Dawn Granger, Scott Sullivan, and Christopher McQuarrie, with David Ellison and Dana Goldberg executive producing for Skydance. Marcy Ross also serves as an executive producer. Carolyn Harris oversees the series for Skydance Television, which produces with Amazon Studios and Paramount TV Studios. Lee Child never thought that Tom Cruise was the man to play Jack Reacher on the big screen. Cruise, for all his talent, didn't have that physicality, Child said in 2018. I really enjoyed working with Cruise. He's a really nice guy. We had a lot of fun. But ultimately, the readers are right. The author continues, the size of Reacher is really important, and it's a big component of who he is. The idea is that when Reacher walks into a room, you're all a little nervous just for that first minute. Cruise is reportedly 5'7". Alan Ritchson certainly fits the bill from a physical standpoint for the Jack Reacher series. However, there will be plenty of Tom Cruise fans comparing their performances when the time comes. While Cruise might not have been exactly what fans originally had in mind when reading Lee Child's books, he was able to star in 2 successful installments on the big screen, which how a lot of people were introduced to the franchise. Deadline was one of the first outlets to announce that Alan Ritchson will star in Amazon's upcoming Jack Reacher series. When Amazon Prime Video announced the development of a series based on Reacher, fans of the iconic character were cautiously optimistic. After all, Jack Reacher, a former military police officer turned vigilante drifter, is one of the most beloved action heroes in modern fiction. Created by British author Lee Child, Reacher is a towering, tough, and deeply intelligent force to be reckoned with, starring in over 20 novels to date. Readers were used to imagining the 6'5", 250-pound protagonist as a menacing presence, whose size and skill with hand-to-hand combat could turn any dangerous situation to his favor. However, Hollywood's previous attempt to bring Reacher to the screen didn't go over as well with fans, particularly with the casting of Tom Cruise in the 2012 and 2016 films. Although Cruise is a highly respected action star, many felt his physical stature, Cruise is around 5'7", was at odds with the character's imposing size, which is key to his personality. With that backdrop, the casting of Alan Ritchson as the new Jack Reacher for Amazon Prime series became a pivotal decision that could make or break the show. Ritchson, at 6'2", brings not only the physicality fans craved, but also a nuanced understanding of Reacher's complex inner world. Alan Ritchson, the ideal Jack Reacher? Alan Ritchson is no stranger to physically demanding roles. Best known for his work as Aquaman on Smallville and Hawk on Titans, Ritchson has carved out a niche as a superhero figure on television. He is a natural presence on screen, with a mix of charisma, strength, and just the right amount of vulnerability. For Ritchson, Reacher represents a defining moment in his career, an opportunity to take on a role that many believed was tailor-made for him. Physically, Ritchson seems like an ideal fit for Reacher. At 6'2" and sporting a muscled, intimidating frame, he captures much of the physical dominance that readers loved about the character. But more than just size, Ritchson brings a mix of quiet intensity and sharp intelligence, which are key attributes of Reacher. The character is a man of few words, preferring to let his actions speak for him, but when he does talk, he's perceptive and strategic. Reacher is not just a brawler, he's an expert tactician, constantly thinking 3 steps ahead of his enemies. This combination of strength and intellect is what sets Reacher apart from other action heroes, and Ritchson seems to grasp this duality in his portrayal. A new era of Jack Reacher. Amazon Prime's Reacher series is based on Killing Floor, the first novel in the Jack Reacher series. Published in 1997, the book follows Reacher as he drifts into the small town of Margrave, Georgia, only to find himself accused of murder. What begins as a wrongful arrest quickly unravels into a much larger conspiracy involving corruption, counterfeiting, and dangerous criminals. The narrative is fast-paced and filled with action, but what makes Killing Floor stand out is the way Reacher's intelligence and detective work are showcased as he navigates the mystery at the heart of the story. The series aims to be a faithful adaptation of the novels, staying true to Lee Child's vision. This means a focus on the gritty, no-nonsense tone of the books, with plenty of action, suspense, and the type of moral ambiguity that made Reacher a compelling figure in the first place. The showrunners and Amazon have made it clear that they want to correct past missteps with the character, making sure that the Reacher on screen matches the one fans have come to know in print. Early previews of the series suggest that Ritchson is embodying the role in a way that resonates with longtime readers. His portrayal of Reacher is steely and unrelenting, but with a quiet sensitivity that hints at the loneliness and moral complexity of a man who lives a transient, rootless life. He's a drifter by choice, moving from town to town with nothing but a toothbrush and his wits, solving problems with brutal efficiency, then disappearing into the sunset. In many ways, Reacher is the quintessential modern cowboy, and Ritchson's performance captures that solitary essence. Fan reactions and expectations. Since the first trailers dropped, fans of the books have reacted positively to Ritchson's casting and his depiction of the character. The physical presence that Ritchson brings to the role immediately sets him apart from Tom Cruise's portrayal, which had always been a point of contention for purists. But more importantly, fans have praised the attention to detail in the show's adaptation of the novels. There's a palpable sense that this series is made by people who understand what makes the Reacher books work, a balance of action, intelligence, and moral tension. For Alan Ritchson, this role represents an exciting new chapter in his career. While he has been steadily building a reputation as an action star, Reacher allows him to step into the shoes of an iconic character and make it his own. The stakes are high, but Ritchson has proven that he has the range and the depth to do Reacher justice. His portrayal promises to be both faithful to the source material and dynamic in its own right. The future of Reacher on screen, with the success of Amazon Prime's Reacher almost guaranteed, many are already wondering what's next for the franchise. Given the vast library of novels to pull from, there's plenty of material to fuel future seasons. The hope is that this series will continue to evolve, building on the foundations of Killing Floor and exploring more of Reacher's complex character and thrilling adventures. If Alan Ritchson's performance in this first season is anything to go by, fans are in for a wild ride. His interpretation of Jack Reacher is set to redefine the character for a new generation, finally giving the books the adaptation they deserve. For those